Good evening. My name is Stephen Gainey, and I'm the proud superintendent of the Randolph County School System. I come to you today, September 23rd, from Farmer Elementary School with some updates about our school system. The first update I'd like to share pertains to the Board of Education meeting that occurred the other night on September 21. At that meeting, our board members decided to bring back all students in pre-K through grade 5 days a week starting on October 19. This decision was a result of the governor's announcement last week on September 17 that school systems could now bring back all students in grades K through 5 for 5 days a week. And the pre-K students are under the child care regulations of the state, so we also have the ability to bring them back 5 days a week. So starting on October 19, all students in grades pre-K through grade 5 will come back to school 5 days a week. Now again, they will have a chance to come back to school 5 days a week, but parents still will have the opportunity to choose to be 100% remote with their students with remote instruction during that time if they so wish. The second item that I'd like to discuss today involves middle school and high school students. More specifically, as of Friday, September 25, all middle school and high school students will need to declare which plan of school they will follow for the remainder of the time our school system is dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic. Plan 1 is they have 2 days for face-to-face instruction and 3 days for remote instruction each week. And Plan 2 is they're on 100% remote instruction for the entire week and do not come to campus at all. We need all students in middle school and high school to make this declaration by Friday, September 25, so we can plan accordingly. And we need to stop the movement of students from one plan to the other that has happened so far early in the school year, because our teachers are working very hard to make plans, and this movement back and forth is creating a lot of difficulty for them. Also, I want to note that even though students have to make this declaration at middle school and high school level, they will have a chance to make one move after they make this declaration. But the only move they can make after September 25 will be to move to face-to-face instruction. They cannot move from face-to-face instruction back to 100% remote instruction. Another item related to the Board of Education meeting on September 21 involves the students in pre-K through grade 5. Now again, as I mentioned, as of October 19, we'll be bringing back all students in grades pre-K through grade 5 for 5 days a week if they so choose. So again, like the middle school and high school students, we need the parents of students in grades pre-K through grade 5 to make a declaration no later than September 25. And this declaration will be Plan 1, my child is going to come back 5 days a week for face-to-face instruction, or Plan 2, my child will be on 100% remote instruction and not come to campus any day of the week. And again, whatever the parents choose will be the plan their child will be on for the remainder of the time that our school system deals with the COVID-19 pandemic. But like the middle school and high school students, there'll be an opportunity for one change. But that one change will only be if a child's on remote instruction and chooses to go to face-to-face instruction. That's the only change that can be made. And again, whatever plan parents make, it will be the one in place for the remainder of the time that our school system deals with the COVID-19 pandemic during the 2020-2021 school year. The next item that I'd like to discuss involves middle school athletics. At the Board of Education meeting on September 21, our board members took a lot of time and discussed what we would do with middle school athletics for the rest of the 2020-2021 school year. Staff presented several options, and the reason we needed to present these options because if you recall back in the summer, we canceled the fall athletic season for middle school athletics. So the options we put on the table on September 21 involved different variations of how we would get the sports seasons in. And I'm very proud of our Board of Education because they took the stance of they wanted to provide all opportunities they could for our students at the middle school level. So the Board of Education agreed on an option that will include all middle school athletics occurring during the school year. Yes, they will be in a different order than we have been used to seeing them, like wrestling will be at the end of the school year, football will be in the spring semester, but we are going to have all middle school athletic seasons, and all the teams will have an opportunity to compete. And I just want to say a big thank you to our board members for their efforts to work through these different options and for their stance to say we're going to do what it takes to give these children the opportunities that they deserve while they're in middle school. And I also want to say a big thank you to our middle school students, our middle school staff members, and parents of middle school students who've remained very patient with us as we work through this issue. We want to see middle school athletics occur, just like high school athletics. We want to see that this year, and we now have a plan moving forward to make sure that every sports team has an opportunity to compete this year at the middle school level. So I'm very proud of that, and more information will be coming out in the coming days. The next item that I'd like to discuss today involves Canvas. Staff members, I'm aware that the use of Canvas has been difficult for many of you, especially at the elementary school level. What I can promise you is that we will continue to provide support for you at the school level to hopefully, as the school system, continue to get better with the use of Canvas. You know, I don't think any of us dreamed on March 13 when we left school that Friday that as of the next day we'd be relying on a learning management system like Canvas. But having to use remote instruction now like we have for the last part of the 2019-2020 school year and the first part of the current school year, having to have remote instruction requires us to have a learning management system like Canvas. What I can tell you is I'm sorry for any difficulty that is brought on you as a classroom teacher or as an administrator of school trying to help your classroom teachers. And I also can assure you we will continue to provide support so we can hopefully continue to get better with the use of Canvas as we move forward. I appreciate everything you've done as you've transitioned to the use of Canvas this year. Another item that I'd like to discuss is the attendance process. Again, staff members, I'm very aware that the attendance process for the 2020-2021 school year has been quite cumbersome. It is not the one we've used in the past, but we also never in our school's history have ever had to take attendance for students sitting in a classroom as well as students learning from home remotely. So I appreciate all of your hard work with the attendance process and all of your hard work with Canvas, as I mentioned previously, in trying to learn these processes and try to get better as a school system in these areas. So again, I'm sorry that this process with attendance has been cumbersome this year. We will continue to work and try to find any ways we can make it easier on you as school level staff members. But this is something we couldn't avoid as a school system with the current state that we're in, as far as having some students on campus for face-to-face instruction and some students learning remotely. But I do appreciate all of your hard work to work with the school system on the attendance process, and we will continue to provide support for you moving forward. So hopefully we can make this process much smoother and easier for you as you do what you want to do and it came into the teaching profession to do, which is teach children and prepare them for wonderful futures. In closing, I want to thank all of our students, staff members, parents, community members, and our Board of Education members for your great support of our school system during the start of the 2020-2021 school year. The other week I spoke to a Rotary group, and when I spoke, one of my comments was how awesome all of these groups have been in terms of supporting our school system as we started what has been a very unusual school year so far. But it's been a successful one because of the amount of support we've had from all of these groups. Also, parents, I just want to remind you of this deadline that's coming up on September 25, which is 2 days from now on Friday. We need your help. We need your help. I realize we started the school year with you having complete control of the choice of whether your child was going to be on 100% remote instruction at any time or could move to face-to-face instruction at any time. But this time we need your help. We need the data to be more firm so our teachers can plan and know exactly who's going to be in class with them each day. And so I need your help. I'm sorry for any inconvenience that this change has caused you. We were watching for several weeks and it was just too much movement from one plan to the other. So please know that I appreciate you. Students, I appreciate you. I appreciate our community members, our staff members, and our Board of Education members. The Randolph County School System is a great place because of all of these groups. So I just want to say that to you and just tell you how much I appreciate you for what you've done to help us have a successful start to the 2020-2021 school year. I say successful, but I also know it's been very difficult for many people, and I'm not overlooking that, but we're now in day 27 of the school year, and I'm very proud of that, and I'm very proud of everything everybody's done to get us to day 27. I hope everyone has a great night.